Audogbe. Again, their scorecards were laid for scrutiny. Taking time to explain critical government programs and policies, the ministers made clear successes that have been recorded by this administration, which border on the economy, state of the nation, security, anti-corruption drive, unemployment, among others.
What we fail to do, all of us really, is to really address the real cause. Boko Haram is not about religion. Boko Haram is more about politics, about, a group of people trying to impose their views. Boko Haram was able to thrive largely because of poverty, ignorance, bad government. And today the military has told us that we have complete control of Sambisa forest. And that is the last, fortress of the Boko Haram.
I think we certainly are discussing the economy, but we can do more. And we'll certainly try to do more. In the trips that the President has taken, the economic issues, for many of them, have been at the forefront.
There is what government is doing, and we are public servants, and it's a privilege to be one. But context matters, and the truth of it is that everyone has a role and responsibility. And so I hope that these dialogues go to the constituencies in this global family for sustainable development.
We're looking at asking for a unit of the civil defense to train what we're going to call farm rangers to protect investments in livestock and heavy investments in agriculture. We do not intend to invite you to invest in a ranch, come one day and hear that all your cattle were taken away by rustlers in the middle of the night.
What do we expect to see in 1 year, realistically, from a serious government? Is it rapid results or sustainable results? Are we measuring an event or are we measuring a trend? And I think all of the contributions from my colleagues have clearly indicated that there is a trend towards restoring proper governance.
What we are doing at the moment is that we are measuring the policies, the promises, as against the policies and performance. So now they have made this promise. What is the policy they are actually putting in place to actualize this?
The Buhari meter has been conceptualized to address the challenges of governance, civic participation, and effective service delivery. In Abuja, Anthony Forson, NTA News.
And now to the legislature. The Senate committees set up to investigate the $7 billion outstanding joint venture cash call obligation against the National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) between 2011 and 2015 have commenced investigations. National Assembly correspondent Kenneth Nanim reports that the Joint Senate Committee has Basi Albert Akpan as chairman.
The Senate at plenary in April 2016 directed Senate committees on gas, petroleum upstream, appropriation, public accounts and finance to investigate the NNPC on its outstanding joint venture cash call obligation to international oil companies operating in the country. This, it says, has reduced investments in the oil and gas sector by the IOCs.
I believe that working together collectively as one body, we will be able to defend and protect the collective interests of all Nigerians in this regard. This investigation is going to be extremely very exhaustive, after which we'll go into the full-fledged public hearing where all the IOCs and the relevant stakeholders and the NNPCs will be called upon to explain and also equally express themselves accordingly.
The chairman of the Joint Senate Committee, Basi Albert Akpan, and other members expressed the hope that a comprehensive investigation on the matter will arm the Senate with adequate information that will engender an effective policy framework to reposition the sector, as well as promote accountability in the industry. From the National Assembly, Kenneth Nanim, NTA News.
And still on the legislature, the one-year performance, challenges and agenda of the 8th National Assembly was the focus of NTA's Good Morning Nigeria program. Guests on the program said the 8th Assembly must champion people-oriented programs and legislations that will give Nigerians the desired change. Gufan Shaji tells us more.
The National Assembly is constitutionally empowered to make laws for the good governance of the nation and to oversee the activities of the executive, especially as it relates to the implementation of the budget and other laws enacted by the Assembly. According to guests on the program, 1 year of the 8th National Assembly is characterized by intra-party leadership squabbles by members of the ruling APC, which has slowed its progress. They noted that the Senate passed 20 bills, raised about 91 motions and received 151 petitions. On the other hand, the House of Representatives passed 84 bills, raised 505 motions, out of which 62 were adopted, while numerous petitions were considered.
We have serious image problems, and that this image problem will not just go away except the reposition the National Assembly, they begin to allow transparency.
Emphasize oversight this new year, because a lot of the problems we have in Nigeria are physical problems like roads, like light.
Quit from posturing to working really hard to justify the confidence that Nigerians have in Parliament as the representatives of the people, as people who will keep the purse and hold it well for them.
Chairman House Committee on Media and Publicity Abdulrazak Namdez agrees that indeed the Assembly started on a shaky footing but has done averagely well. He insisted that Nigerians have not been fair in their judgment of the National Assembly as an arm of government.
People, there are a problem of perception, and until this perception changes, even people would not always be able to assess the National Assembly very correctly.
The guests were in agreement on the fact that the National Assembly needs to step up in ensuring that Nigerians see the impact of democracy in their lives. In Abuja, Gufan Shaji, NTA News.
Away from the legislature to security matters, the leadership of the Nigerian Army has renewed commitment to stabilizing security environment in the Niger Delta region. This was at a meeting of the General Officers Commanding, presided over by the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tukur Buratai, at the Army Headquarters. Defense Correspondent Muhammad Abdul Qadir reports.
Top on the agenda of the meeting was the review of the operations in the Niger Delta region to be in tandem with the government's new directive. Briefing journalists on the outcome of the meeting, the General Officer Commanding 82 DIV, Major General Ibrahim Atairu says,
of recent there have been attacks on Nigerian troops in the Niger Delta.
NTA News.
And still talking security, the concerted effort by the Nigerian Air Force to improve on its infrastructure across its formations in the country has been described as a positive means of boosting the morale of its personnel, especially those fighting the war against terrorism in the northeast. Chief of Policy and Plans of the Nigerian Air Force stated this while inaugurating completed projects at the Air Force Base in Abuja. Defense Correspondent KG Busari Ahmed reports.
In the last few months, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, has inaugurated several projects across the Air Force formations, which include residential and office accommodations, schools, as well as gymnasium and several others.
For instance, the gym, to be able to exercise, to be able to remain fit and alert, to be called upon anytime for the operations that are ongoing in the country.
Once you properly exercise yourself, you are up and doing, you can be able to carry rifle, move from point A to point B. You can chase an enemy from any angle.
The Chief of Policy and Plans, Air Vice Marshal James Boom, added that the newly inaugurated projects at the Nigerian Air Force Base, Abuja, will go a long way to impact on the personnel. KG Busari Ahmed, NTA News.
Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi says it will take the cooperation of all Nigerians to take the nation out of darkness. Governor Ugwuanyi stated this when he visited the management of the National Integrated Power Project in Abuja. Adebola Brooklyn Sunday reports.
Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi said his visit followed the outcome of the state's first investment summits, where the need for power bailouts was one of the resolutions reached at the meeting.
The new industrial park. Second is the free
trade zone status of Enugu. How can we make progress without you? We just need one friend in this journey, and that is the Niger Delta Power Holdings Limited.
Managing Director of the project, James Olotu, assured the state and Nigerians there has been reports of power shortage in the country as a result of gas pipeline vandalism. In Abuja, Dependable
Muhammad Abdullahi Abubakar and his wife Hadiza Abubakar and proceeded to the venue of the event. The items distributed include 3,000 bags of 10-kilogram rice, 1,000 cartons of spaghetti, 1,000 cartons of macaroni, 1,000 cartons of couscous and 1,850 cartons of fortified gari. The gesture, according to the wife of the president, who took time to inspect the materials, was to bring succor to the less privileged members of the society. Mrs. Buhari, who urged for the judicious utilization of the commodities, said similar items will be provided from time to time to cushion the effect of the hardship faced by the people.